Jai Shri Gurudev. Today we are going to discuss about the linkers. Okay, linkers. In grammar, linkers are nothing but the words which link the two sentences. There will be two different expressions. Both the expressions will be connected to each other. So to connect the expressions, to connect the sentences. So we are going to use some words in English like and, therefore, but, besides. These are the words we are going to use. So such words are called as linkers. We have in the examination there will be a question again. This will be for 4 marks. This question will be for 4 marks. It means you have to fill up the 4 blanks. 4 different blanks will be there in a paragraph. So these blanks have to be filled with right linker. Again, one more thing, the linkers, the words which are supposed to be inserted in that paragraph will also be given in the brackets. Options are there. So you have to choose the right linker for the blank. Okay. So you can you may use the wrong linkers. Only 4 linkers will be there. Any of them will go with each blank. So in that case, if you use wrongly, that is going to give a wrong meaning for the entire paragraph. That's why right linker is supposed to be used in the right blank. Okay. For each linker, you will get 1 mark. So 4 linkers carries 4 marks. Okay, 4 into 1. Okay, so like this, it will be in the examination. So this is the question number 38. In the examination, it will be the 30th question. The instructions will be given like this. Fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks with the right linkers. With the right linkers. Right linkers. Fill in the blanks with right linkers. After that, there will be a paragraph. The General of Monaco. I am going to take one example for you to explain how to attend this question. Okay. Asked each of his soldiers. Each of his soldiers. Each of his soldiers to cut the criminals head off. Dash no soldier came forward to do it. Dash the ministers assembled a commission. Assembled commission dash they appointed a committee and subcommittee dash they decided that the best thing would be to alter the death sentence to one of life's imprisonment. Okay, this is the paragraph. Okay, so there are 4 blanks, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for each blank we have to use a linker. The linkers are given here. They also give the options. Besides, this is one. But at last, therefore. These are the 4 different options given here. We have to use any one of them for the respective blanks. That should be a suitable linker. Let us read the entire paragraph and understand which can be used in the respective blanks. Okay. The General Monaco asked each of his soldiers to cut the criminal's head off. Dash, no soldier came forward to do it. Dash, the ministers assembled a commission. Dash, they appointed a committee and subcommittee. Dash, they decided that the best thing would be to alter the death sentence to one of life's imprisonment. Okay. Now, check with each of them. Besides, but, at last, therefore. Okay. So now, which one will go for the first blank? We have to understand. The General Monaco asked each of his soldiers to cut the criminal's head off. Here, the next sentence is the no soldier came forward to do it. So, which is the word which can link with the previous one? If you use besides, is it a suitable one? We have to check. Besides, no soldier came forward to do it. It is not going with that. It is not going to be a correct meaning. If you use but, the General Monaco asked each of his soldiers to cut the criminal's head off, but no soldier came forward to do it. So there is a contrast between these 2 sentences. So this one will indicate the contrast. That is but. If you use this, what happens? But no soldier came forward to do it. It is opposite to the attempt which is made by the previous one. Okay. It is going to link both these sentences. If you use but, it will be correct. The first one didn't go with it. That's why we tried with the second one, it accepted, and we are going to use the but. Okay. Now, dash the ministers assembled a commission. Okay. Now, see, dash the ministers assembled a commission. Which one will go with that? Now already but is used. Only 3 are left out. If you use besides, will it go? Besides, the ministers assembled a commission. Let us try with the second one. At last, the ministers assembled a commission. Therefore, the ministers assembled a commission. Which will go with that? Let us see. Okay. So we are in a fixed, like we are not able to decide which one will go with that. When we try with all the 3, it seems like all the 3 are okay with it. Therefore, leave it for some time. We shall try the next one and we shall come to this one. Okay. And dash, they appointed a committee and subcommittee. We shall try with that, because since we could not decide upon this one, we shall try the next one. Dash, they appointed a committee and subcommittee. If I use besides, they appointed a committee and subcommittee. At last, they appointed a committee and subcommittee. Therefore, they appointed a committee and subcommittee. This also is creating some confusion for us. We don't know which one will go with that. It seems like here also all the 3 options are okay. Any one of them is okay. Like that, it is giving the indication. Therefore, let us go for the next one. Dash, they decided that the best thing would be to alter the death sentence to one of life imprisonment. Okay. Now, we shall try to use any one of them. Besides, they decided that the best thing would be to alter the death sentence to one of life imprisonment. Okay. Now, I don't think this is more appropriate. Let us try with the other one. At last, they decided that the best thing would be to alter the death sentence to one of life imprisonment. I think this is a suitable one for this blank. Before we conclude that, let us take this one and try. Therefore, they decided that the best thing would be to alter the death sentence to one of life imprisonment. Okay. So, is it going? At last, if I use, at last they decided that the best thing would be to alter the death sentence to one of life imprisonment. Now, other 2 which are left out can be tried with only other 2 options. These 2 options are only left for us to try out. Now, dash, the ministers assembled a commission. We can, but no soldier came forward to do it. If I use, therefore, the ministers assembled a commission, and now see that if I use therefore, I think it will be a suitable one. Therefore, the ministers assembled a commission. Therefore, the ministers assembled a commission. And now, besides, they appointed a committee and subcommittee. Now, this is complete. This is completed. The General Monaco asked each of his soldiers to cut the criminal's head off, but no soldier came forward to do it. Therefore, the ministers assembled a commission. Besides, they appointed a committee and subcommittee. At last, they decided that the best thing would be to alter the death sentence to each one of life's imprisonment. Okay, I think we have used correctly all the linkers in the respective blanks. But one mistake we have done. What is that mistake? This is one sentence. From here to here, it is one sentence. We have used a full stop here. After the full stop, we have not used the proper word, like we are not written proper. It means the beginning of every sentence should start with a capital letter. The first word of the sentence should begin with a capital letter. So that is a mistake we have done. We have to do it. We have to correct it. Here also we have done a mistake. T is a small. Here also it is a mistake. Here also it is a mistake. So like this we have to correct any mistake is there in the usage. Okay. So like this, if you attempt, you have to attempt this question. Let us take one more example and try it. The criminal refused to go away dash they had ruined his character. Ruined his character. Dash people would turn their back on him. Dash he had got out of the way of working. He said they might do so. They might do so. They might do as they like. Dash he would not go away. Okay, what are the options given here? But, for, besides, and these are the four options they have given. The criminal refused to go away. Dash they had ruined his character. Dash people would turn their backs on him. Dash he had got out of the way of working. He said they might do as they like. Dash he would not go away. So when you are trying with this, so what you have to do, a simple thing, which is easier one, that must be inserted first. Okay. As far as I understood the meaning, this will go like this. But can be used here. Read the sentence. He said they might do as they like, but he would not go away. Okay. And now the criminal refused to go away. Besides, the criminal refused to go away, dash, they had ruined his character, dash, people would turn their backs on him. And we'll go with this one. See that? Okay. The criminal refused to go away. For, we have to use the word for. For they had ruined his character. Besides, and can be used here, and people would turn their backs on him. Besides, he had got out of the way of working. Okay, the criminal refused to go away, for they had ruined his character, and people would turn their backs on him. Besides, he had got out of the way of working. He said they might do as they like, but he would not go away. You can also check whether you have used these two correctly. If you interchange, read once again by interchanging them. They had ruined his character. Besides, people would turn their back on him, and he had got out of his way of working. Okay, so these two can be interchanged. Sometimes it is also possible. Okay, so both give the same meaning. In such cases, you can interchange. Okay, I think you are clear with this one. Let us try a new example. One more example. The criminal received one-third of his pension in advance. Left the kingdom. Dash, crossing frontier. He settled down on a bit of land. He started market gardening. Dash, fetched in good profit and he lived peacefully and well. Okay, so let us see the options. And later The criminal received 1/3 of his pension in advance. Dash left the kingdom. So we can use the word and left the kingdom. Dash crossing the frontier. He settled down on a bit of land. We can use after crossing the frontier, he settled down on a bit of land. Let me use later. Just imagine that after can be used here. Dash he started market garden. Okay, I can use later he started market gardening. Dash fetched him good profit and he lived peacefully, and which can be used here, and then this after can be used here. Okay, so now once again we have to do some corrections, like after should be in capital, later that also should be in capital, but here don't use capital, because this is the complex sentence which is connecting these two clauses. Okay, later he started market gardening, which means the market gardening. So this is a word linker which is connecting two clauses.